Hello there and welcome back to my videos. In this video I will introduce the new project I'm working on. It's an authentication component, and the point of this is to bind every kind of project I build and then centralize a login. So if I'm just need like my project called project socket chat, and then I have the family organizer, and both need to log in to verify the accounts, and then I have my private one, and then I need to build one more login one more time. That's meaning I duplicate my code 3 times. And as you can see here on my YouTube, I hope you want to subscribe, of course, then you know I love Docker now. I've working with Docker in Wild now, and then I think it's a time to build my first container image. So my point to build this project is to build an authentication system, so you can just download the image from Docker Hub and then just spin it up, or you can take my code from Github and use it to whatever you want. So I built this project for my own purpose because I really need it, and I'm too lazy to build the same code twice. So now I'm decided to centralize it so I can continue my other project and don't need to think about how to make a login anymore. And I only need to update this code with the new versions and something like that. So I hope you will want to enjoy, and thank you for watching this video. And this is a little intro to watching about what this project is. And the next one we want to do now is to creating a file. So starting to create the file called app, that's what we want. And inside the app we need to work with different components here. And I need to install Mongo engine. The Mongo engine is a ODM object document model, something like that, I think. Or just give me a second, I will just check it out. Mongo engine, it's stay from document object mapper. So I'm totally wrong what it stay for. So yeah, the next step we want to do now, it's install Flask. Flask is the REST API we want to build on. So when we install the Flask, we want to use this to all the requests between the server and the clients or the other servers. And then we need to install a little bit package more, but I will wait until we need it. So let's continue here. We need to import logging, and the logging we need to import Flask. From Flask, import Flask. And the next step is what I want to do now. When you have an authentication, we need a middleware where we creating want to check about the authenticate token is true and false. So what I want to do now, it's I'll just make a comment here to say middleware here. We will come to this just a little bit, but then I want to say logging base config. Base config here, and for this I want to level, and we are debugging, so I will say debug here. And the next one we want to do is creating the Flask application, and the name should be the same as the application, that's fine. And here we want to say a middleware, and then app VSGI. But as again, we will wait for this, and then we need to add the URL rules, and I want to run with the account. With the account, I want to view the function, and for this I will wait for this. And then the method, we need one for put, one for post, and then we need 2 here for get. The 2 we got from get should be account sign in and one for sign out. And why we're doing this, it's because we need to verify the username and the password, and then we need to clear about if you have sessions open for the user and we want to sign out, then we need to close it. And then we can say the name here is equal to main. Then we need to run the local run here, and we want to have it so it's open for all the hosts. We need the port 5000, that's the default one, so let's keep this in mind. And then we need the debug is true. That's what we have right now. And of course this will not working, so we don't want to start this up yet. We need a little bit more before we can make the test code, so I will create a folder called library. Inside my folder library, I will create a new folder called Flask, and inside this folder, in the Flask folder, I will put all the Flask code inside. So when I use the rules here, I will point it into some file inside here, because for me personally, it's the very nice way to organize my code. So that's why I'm doing this. And then we need a new file. We can call it, let's call it account. And then when you're going inside the account, we just need a little bit functions inside here. So let's call it here class Flask account. And why we call it Flask account and not account is because I will show you later when we mixing like a UDM, where we have called this for account and the classes, and then so we don't need to conflicts anywhere, so we will do it here. And then we need a static method inside here. The first we want is the create, and we just pass, and then we can create here. We need a create and update and sign in and sign out. I will just clean up here and tab up, say update, sign in and sign out. For now that's working pretty good, so we can say we can going back for the app here, and in the app we will below we will say from library Flask account import Flask account, and then we can point inside here to say create, and then we need to update, sign in and sign out. Basically now we should be able to start the application up, and here we go. That's perfect, but before we are continue, it's really important to me to explain the middleware layer we want to add inside. So let's creating the folder called middleware. Inside the middleware we will push everything inside. I'll just make a generic file here, and then we going inside the middleware, and the middleware we want first class, authenticate token check, and then we need a class called db connect, and inside this we just do this way. We're going back for the app file here, and let's say from middleware import authentication and the db connect. And what we do, it's just put it down here and one more, and just do this. Now we basically have enabled the middleware, and because we not have to do anything, we will get an error here. And the funny thing here will be we will run the database connections middleware first, and then an authentication token check. And why it's ordered that way, I really don't know, but I've tried to flip the order, but that's not going good. So let's go inside the middleware to be sure we can starting up the application here. Inside the middleware we need to make this, and the self app is equal to app, and then we say app here. And the same we do down below here. And because we need some kind of logging inside here, I will import logging, and I need system environments, system variables. I want to import the OS, and then we handle with middleware, so I need this class. And then we need the Mongo engine, because that's what we want, and we import the connect statement. If you will know more about the Mongo engine, you can see other videos from me here on YouTube, and of course I really hope you want to subscribe to this channel so you can support me. And for my videos about Mongo engine you can learn more. It's not sure it's out when this video is out, but it's well coming, else you can just follow this video and I will show you something like that. And then we need to say call, and then we say pass, and then we need to environment, and start response. That's what we want here, and I want to copy this down below here, and then we are ready to continue. So now going up here for the authenticate token and the request should be the request, and then we need this one, and then we need a logging about to say should be info, and we just tell the authenticate token check is okay. And then we need to self app, and that's what we want down here. And we don't use this right now, we just build it up so it's ready to later use. But I will show how you can connect for the database, of course. And then we need just to say try, because that's what we want. And then we need to connect, we need to database, we need to host, we need port number, we need username, password, and then authentication source. And then we need the same like what the algorithm do we want to use to this, and that's it. So before we continue about this one, I will create an environment, system environment here, so you are good to go. And that's just a file, just env, and then we need to install python.env. Flask as default support this, so if you install this now and you use the environment here, then when the Flask's starting the application up, it will loading your everything inside here and override the normal system environment. So if you normally have an username and password in your system environment based on Docker, then this file should not be there. But it's up to you. I will not commit this for my project, but I will of course put this inside to the readme file, so you can find it here in my project what's the system environments that's enabled. And the first I want to do, it's a Mongo database, and then I want to Mongo host, Mongo port numbers, and Mongo username, Mongo password, and then Mongo authenticate source, Mongo and there we go. The database should be component authentication, and then the host should be, for me, I have my Mongo database installed locally when I'm sitting here in testing, of course. Then it's because that's a local host. If you're running in Docker, you can use the host name, like Mongo database, something like that, or you can use the IP address if you want. It's just the host. And then we have the Mongo admin, that's my username, and the password is Mongo secret. And then I want to the admin as a data source, and then I use this algorithm. I'm running Mongo 4.2, so my code here is working for this, for the newest version of Mongo. Then we basically just going back for the application here, for the middleware, sorry. And down below here we want to say OS-get environment, and then we can just copy the database, and I will use, if not you have anything down as a database, then I will just fall back to the default one. And then we have the host, Mongo host. I just use this. If you don't use the Mongo host, it will be none, and the none in the connection meaning localhost. And the same as the port number, but we need to forecast like Inge. If it's set, else we just return none. That's fine. It will work, of course. And then we need the username, password, source, and this funny word I cannot pronounce. And then we need a log. I don't know why it's giving me an error, but if I run the script, it will probably return except, of course, exceptions SE. And then we need a logging here. Login info, connections to Mongo succeeds, and if not it succeeds, it will go inside here to say failed. And then we need the connection error and just print it out here. And if we have an error by the connection, then we need to block the API, and we want to respond to like 501, so it's meaning it's a server error. So that's why we do this right now. Connection, oh, whoops, let's just take this one. Meme type is a text plain, and then status is equal to 501, whoops, 501, and then we just do this one. And then we go. I think that's what we want to do now, and let's just try the application out now. And now the application is starting. We are ready for the next step. So this is the first part of the movie, and we have declared the basic shell of the application. And what I'm doing now, it's the just pip freeze. So you got the requirements file. So it's going to edit in the project. You can see you have all the files here. So the only thing you need to do now is just take my code down and press pip install and then point it to this file. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you want to see with the next video I built, so you can see how you can build this from scratch. Thank you so much, and thank you for your time. I hope you want to subscribe to this channel and support my channel to grow. And if you have any kind of feedback or questions about this code, what I'm doing, you're very welcome to smash the comments down below, and I'll try to answer them. Remember to like this video and share it with your friends, and I hope you want to add it to your playlist. And thank you for this time, and hope to see you next time. Bye bye.